There was no reason for that to not be on the right setting. It was literally on the right setting the other day. That makes no sense. Why did that... What? Oh, I know why. Hold on, I gotta change things. So, this is what happens when you have two different soundboards and you plug both of them in. It defaulted to the other one. I was like, why do I not have any connection? That was annoying. Even though it was working. That was the funny part. It was working, even though the settings weren't there. Sorry, guys. That was my bad. There's no reason to tell me I'm muted. I can tell I'm muted. I didn't hear myself. I can see myself not making any sound. I have a little light up bar there. Either way, apparently I'm also having computer issues, much like Denise. Either way, guys, welcome back to the night. Nope. Fuck, what is this show? This is It Doesn't Have to Make Sense channel. I am Shoki, and this is the Friday stream show thing. Sorry, I've been pretty well focused on getting podcast stuff done. Kinda forgot how this thing goes. Forgot all my intros. It's fine. Can we just start over? I'm just gonna go back. I'm just gonna start over, run the whole intro, everything again. Also, I feel like my camera's too zoomed in. It is what it is. Oh, it's been a long ass week, guys. It's been a very, very long ass week. I'm very tired. And it's one of those weeks when you get a paycheck and you don't even notice. When a good paycheck hits your bank account and it doesn't even reflect it. It's one of those weeks. Catch me drift. So either way, guys, let's go do roll call real quick here. We got Trisha, Val Prime, Tara. What's going on, Tara? Laura 2 is here. Apparently not having a very good night. Denise is having issues and lurking. I could care less about Lyle's pink hair, but, here we go. It's fine. Wasn't he pink last time? Why do they always want... He's already a ginger. Why make him go pink? Go with something crazier than that. See if there's any other news. Bad night last night. Hope you'll stay awake. It's fine. We'll keep things rolling here. Denise having computer glitches. Yes. Sinuses. I woke up this morning. My sinuses were bad. I think it was the weather change combined with getting in a lot of dust yesterday. There's Christine. Never mind. I'm not starting shit. She tried to start shit this morning in the chat for the podcast, the Now You Made It Awkward podcast. She was starting to talk some shit, and I just said, like, I'm gonna be good for right now. I'm not gonna start shit. Canadians. Either way. So there's no point in asking how you guys are doing, because it's just one of those nights. Though, guys, I do want to make sure I plug the Patreon, because it is beginning of the month next Wednesday, which means we are doing an open Patreon call and a trivia night. So if you are on the Patreon at any given level, it will be open to everyone. I should probably plug that more on the podcast, because I don't think the podcast people understand that we do that. I should probably make sure I do that. Yeah, she doesn't have a TV, Trisha, or her TV's not hooked up. Remember we talked about that on Wednesday. Also, guys, I will do my best to get out the Patreon podcasts tomorrow morning, because I know that we did some stuff. We went over all the America's Got Talent first week of things. And yes, I do know that Austin announced that he will be on Tuesday. He finally dropped the little short video announcing it all. Of course, if you were seeing things behind the scenes, you already know that he was on AGT. So it was. Okay. I'm good. He spun the wheel. I got it. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he should have eliminated any color he had already done, right? Because he did it before. No, Austin's going to be a contestant. He is auditioning. For those who don't know, the cat is out of the bag now. Yes, he's going to be contestifying on AGT. So we shall see how that goes. I don't know anything more than that. We talked about it, but I don't know. And by the way, guys, we watch stuff that we don't tend to watch here on the regular YouTubes, and we also have discussions that aren't necessarily super friendly for the YouTubes and things like that. So if you're interested in jumping in on any of that on the Patreon, by all means, it's a lot of fun. And for those who miss it, when I remember, I do edit and upload those. For those who miss it. So Denise missed half of it, so yeah. Yep. Okay, so let's pop over to the main screen. I'm gonna have to redo these buttons. Like, there's some of these I don't even use anymore. Like, we never use the latest hell button anymore. We almost got to the other week, but no. Didn't quite work, but it is what it is. The chat's doing that thing where it very slowly catches up, which is kind of funny. Guys, of course, make sure you hit that like button if you're just popping in. That way YouTube knows we're doing a good job. We got 13 people watching. Highest numbers we've had in a minute. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. Numbers keep going boop, 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 boop. Still need to hit 1,000 so I can actually make some money at this occasionally. All right, so we got new Jared Halley covering Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world. And since I saw that, I started singing it. Now it's stuck in my own head, and I haven't even heard it yet. I just saw the title. Some good news. We have a brand new song from Allison Young. First thing she's put out in quite some time, and it's an actual official music video. I fall in love too easily. Might be kind of sad. But yeah, it's the first thing she's put out since at least the Bygones split up, but possibly even before that. Okay, I mean, you don't have to tell me that D is rebooting. It's like, you guys don't always have to tell me that you have to disappear for a minute. It's like you just not being in a chat for a minute or two doesn't really faze me much. If you just pick up talking where you left off, I wouldn't even notice. Okay, we also got new Dave Moffet music through the years. Kenny Rogers. That should be fun. And it looks like he's on a boat in the Amazon or something. Don't know where he's at. Why is closed captions on? All right, from High Carbon Steel, we got an Alan Jackson cover doing Living on Love. Different location, hopefully less windy. That should be fun. We got the full drum set out. That's awesome. And since we checked out Madeline Bailey last week with Jonah, figured to check out the previous video she did with Jada Facer, doing a cover of Sixpence None the Richer. Another song that's going to be stuck in our head all night. And Taylor Davis, she hasn't put out a whole lot lately, but, want to mix in some violin here. Doing an original song called Of Salt and Sky. That should be fun. Fantasy violin original. Throwing in a little bit of Lost in the Pond because Lawrence is tasting some American crab cakes. Should be interesting. Though he's kind of completely in the wrong region for that. He's in the Midwest. If you want crab cakes, you got to go to the Northeast. You got to go hit up Baltimore area if you really want the good crab. All right, Steve Welsh coming in with a If POD wrote Staying Alive. I like crossovers like that. I like POD and I like Staying Alive. That might be interesting. All right, we haven't checked out Crypt in a bit, but he dropped out a new song. Official lyric video, I Will Rise. People are doing a lot of Rise Up or I Will Rise or Rise songs right now. So, or covering a song that's something like that. So, new Crypt. Check it out. What? Okay. Got a nice suicide hotline warning right at the beginning here. How do I... Okay. Never gotten one of those at the beginning of a song. All right. So, either way, Citizen Soldier dropping in a new song called Life Support, which is clearly about suicide. So, that's fun. Never seen that warning before ever. That's crazy. Must have put that in the description. For those who don't do YouTube, when you upload a video, you have like all the things that are like, hey, does this video contain anything bad? Does it contain any bad cuss words? Is it any sensitive subjects? And you have to like check those things. I mean, I don't, but when you have a channel that has to make money, you do. But so obviously they would have had to gone with sensitive subjects, something about suicide. So would have done that. Okay. No, I'm saving it for tomorrow. Okay. Because he did one last week. And technically it's Fat Files, it's not TFE. Okay, Corvix dropping in a change, House of Flies, dark cinematic versions, a reimagined cover of the Deftones. Should be interesting. He's also not wearing a shirt. Interesting. And of course, the thing in the thumbnail, we've got Erik doing Wasted Years from Iron Maiden. He can knock out some Iron Maiden songs, so that should be a lot of fun. And then right at the end, we do have Tommy covering Queen, and because it's Queen, it'll probably get the stream shut down. That's why it's at the end. Stupid Queen. Alright, either way. So guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. Wow, we lost 3 people. How did that happen? Okay. Oh, I should probably turn this volume down. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay. Alrighty, let's get started with our friend Jared here with Tears for Fears. I will say this song is like right up his vocal alley, as it were. Like, it's just perfect. Plus, having just enough effect or layers is great. And he's killing the rhythm section over here. And the dancing guy. That's always fun.
It's my own design. It's my own remorse.
He's got 3 dancers.
Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the world. There's a room where the light won't find you. Holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. So glad we've almost made it. So sad they had to fade it. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Doing the guitar solo. I would like to point out the rhythm section. So you got the 2 different drum, like snare and hi-hat here, but then you got the shaker down here, and the whole time he's like doing the exact shaker motion to keep himself going. That's funny. Laura's here. Thank God. Oh, good. Laura's here. You're just coming in the halfway point of the first song. By the way, guys, I am drinking a drink that we invented on the podcast. I mean, maybe it sort of exists somewhere, but it's a cross between a Moscow Mule and a margarita. We call it a donkey show. So we got the recipe for it last week, rather I did, and for Memorial Day we made a few of them when we recorded the podcast. So I still have to edit that, and that was an on-site podcast, so I'm gonna have to edit the hard way. And I'm not entirely certain I'm gonna like the footage. I did not like our camera setup. I'll figure out. I don't know what it looks like. I gotta offload the footage from all 3 cameras and figure that out.
I can't stand this indecision, married with a lack of vision. Everybody wants to rule the world. Say that
Hey friends, thank you
Hi.
so much for watching and for all your comments and encouragement lately. It really helps me stay motivated to continue creating high quality content for you guys. A huge thank you to my awesome patrons for their continued support. If you're not a patron and want early access to new videos, exclusive live streams, your name in the credits, and more, join our amazing Patreon community and be part of the journey. We'd love to have you with us. A special thanks to my platinum patrons, David Levenstam, Javier Mora, Karen Highland, Bill Coles, Ted Furland, Don Wyckoff, the Jensens, Sherry
some of those
Oatman,
names.
and Allison Absher. Thank you so much for your generous support. Thanks.
Nice. Good job, Jared. I like that song. It's just a very cool song, and I think he nailed it. He's just getting a lot better, just in general, and he's having fun, and that's important. That is super, super important. All right. Good job, Jared. Also, spoilers for anybody not watching AGT. They've already used within the first episode. They used 2 golden buzzers. In a future episode that they gave us an early release for, they already used up another golden buzzer for something very stupid. So who knows where the 4th one's gonna go? We watched all of the AGT on the Patreon. Laura, you weren't there. But you're talking about upcoming? I don't know if we're gonna watch it. I mean, it's Tuesday. I got stuff to do. We can talk about it on Wednesday for the Patreon. But yes, we know that Austin's going to be on at some point. One thing we need to confirm is where they upload the videos from the AGT episode, because they seem to sort of simulcast it. Maybe I'm wrong. But we were watching them. They were all from the day before. So we're watching it Wednesday. All the videos dropped on Tuesday. I don't know if they're dropping them as soon as the show shows off the audition. If that's what they are doing, that's pretty cool. If that's not what they're doing, if they all just drop it once, we'll just watch it on Wednesday. For all that matters, it's one day. Yes, he's going to be. He announced it already. Yes. We already let the cat out of the bag, so no more secrecy on that one. Unless it's updates from the Superfan Club. Either way, moving on to a different redhead. So Allison Young, once again, coming back to making music on her own. Once again, very sad that Bygones is done. And once again, I hope that their relationship is still okay and it was just the music side of it that had to come to an end. But it's her first song in months, possibly even close to a year. And it's I Fall in Love Too Easily, original song with music video. Correction. I say it's an original song, but it's definitely a official music video. Let's see here. No, got it. Okay, not an original, just an official music video. Sorry. I wanted to double check that before I made things. Okay, Mossflower Pictures. Elevator music, all right.
I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too fast. I fall in love too terribly hard for love to ever last. My heart should be well schooled, 'cause I've been fooled in the past, but I still fall in love too easily.
The bass is so groovy.
I fall in love too fast.
Also would love to point out how like this clearly looks like it's something from, well, 1944, where the song came from. They're doing it at a 4:3 ratio, with like all the filters, and now we're throwing in animated penguins that can never look as good as they did in what was it, Mary Poppins? Because we kind of lost that technology, by the way. For those who don't know, there's a very special cube that Disney invented, or somebody invented, that allowed them to shoot two things at the same time onto the same film and allow them to transpose things such as the penguins being animated. And that thing was lost and destroyed. Very crazy. Watch Corridor Digital. They do whole episodes on it. It's interesting. Okay, credit where credit's due. They gave the penguin a shadow. That's impressive. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that. The bass drop. See, they should have given. So I'm trying to be very technical in here. It's like they did give them shadows, but they didn't make it like stronger where their feet are. Still pretty cool how they did that.
My heart should be well screwed, 'cause I've been fooled in the past, but I still fall.
So Allison does this on a white screen with some old filters, and it's elegant. Brittany does it in her kitchen with knives, and it's insanity.
In love too easily. Oh, I fall in love too fast.
Ha!
Too
Stars flame.
too fast. Too
It would be cool if they got the stars in the ships. Yeah. Hey, you forgot your trumpet. That was fun. That was cool though. That was cool. I enjoyed that. The music is great, and I like that it looks like a freaking video made 50 years ago. I want to see who. Okay, so that's who did the video. Who did the music? That's what I want to know. It was introduced by Frank Sinatra in a 45 film, Anchors Away. It was composed by Jewel Stein, lyrics by Sammy Kahn in 1944. I want to know who did the music. That does it. I want to be a trumpet playing penguin when I grow up. That's funny. Getting Girl from Ipanema vibes. Yep, of course. Yeah, that was good. Keep it up. Keep it up. Give us more. My ear's itching. Eric the Lurker has also arrived. Yeah, Brittany barely wears clothing in these things, and it's getting really disturbing. And I think the problem is that people keep watching it, which empowers her to want to do it more. Yeah, here's your bass drop over here from Kazilla. Kazilla. Look, I'm just saying 40 years. I'm just pretending, okay? I know 40 years ago was just the 80s. But even in the 80s, we still had some stuff like that. Okay, jumping to a, well, slightly newer song, I guess. Kenny Rogers. Okay. Dave needs to grow out a Kenny Rogers beard. That'd be fun. All right, Dave Moffet in a boat. Let's see what we got here. In a boat. Huh. How about that?
Been through everything there is. Can't imagine anything we missed. Can't imagine anything the two of us can do.
For some reason, Dave put this video out at 60 frames per second. But it's clearly not filmed at that rate. That's a little bit weird. So it doesn't look like a video that's at 60 frames. It looks like a video that's at 50 frames, but exported at 60 frames. But Dave usually looks better in 24.
The years, you never
That's what
let me
happens.
down. You've turned my life around.
Yeah.
The sweetest days I found with you. Through the years, I've never been afraid. I've loved the life we.
I feel like he shot it at 30 or 24 and then exported at 60. That's why it looks weird. Because there's weird movement issues. Like, hold on, let me go back here to the hands on the piano. That was where it was really obvious. It was like 2 seconds. Where is it?
Through the years, you never.
It's like it's like very quick. It's like my rants on 50 frames per second are like starting to get to people somehow. And then when they put out a video that the frame rates are definitely not correct. It's like people think you can shoot at any frame rate and then export it at another one. Problem is when you do that, your computer has to remove or add frames, and it doesn't add frames very well, so it has to remove frames. I don't know, something's wonky about
Let me
it.
down. You've turned my life around. The sweetest days I found with you. Through the years, I've never been afraid. I've loved the life we've made, and I'm so glad I've stayed right here with you. Through the years.
It's so funny, like watching it. I don't know how it looks to you guys, but on my screen, it looks like some sections are going really fast and other parts are kind of going slower than they should. Yeah, it would be nice if the 80s were only 20 years ago, because that would mean that I'm only 20. I have a bright future.
What I used to do, who I trusted, who
So, like, this was shot at a lower frame rate, but exported at a higher frame rate.
I swear you've taught me everything I know. Can't imagine needing someone so, but through the years it seems to me I need you more and more. Through the years, through all the good and bad, I knew how much we had. I've always been so glad to be with you. Through the years, it's better every day. You kiss my tears away. As long as it's okay, I'll stay with you. Through the years. Through the years, when everything went wrong, together we were strong. I know that I belong right here with you. Through the years, I never had a doubt. We'd always work things out. I learned what love's about by loving you. Through the years. Through the years.
See, the drone footage is definitely a much higher frame rate because it looks totally different. This right here was probably shot in 24 or 30, which is standard. 24 is the cinematic look. If you're watching a movie, you're watching TV, generally normal music videos, then you're looking at 24 frames per second. It's the thing that looks cinematic. When you shoot things at 60 frames per second, you want very smooth and crisp footage. Problem is, if you're going to show that at a different frame rate, things get a little bit wonky. So it feels like whoever put this music video together has things at different frame rates and just went, well, the most amount of footage has 60. Let's just throw it out at 60.
You never let me down. You've turned my life around.
Oh, yeah.
The sweetest news I found with you through the years. It's better every day. You kiss my tears away. As long as it's okay, I'll stay with you through the years.
Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, the song was great, but of course I get distracted by the video quality. To answer a question that Denise just sent me about his earrings, yes, he clearly is wearing them in, like, I don't know about, I can't tell in that video, but he's wearing them there, he's wearing them there, he's wearing them there, he's wearing them there. There. We're way back. We're a year ago into Christmas times. He's wearing, the only time he changed to the white ones was around about here, it looks like. Nope, there's white one there with Jada Facer. So yes, he's always had the plugs to answer the question. Just something you know. Yeah, very. I mean, it wasn't Kenny Rogers, but it was good, except for the frame rate. Also, I've noticed that a lot of people are starting to put out their collab albums now, so you can hear everything they've done with other people, which is cool. But yeah, guys, anybody out there, you music people, Dave, Colm seems to be getting better. 24 frames per second. That's all you need if you're shooting a proper music video. If it's you sitting at a desk making your music, you can shoot it at 30 or 60. That's fine as long as there's not a lot of movement. If you're adding a lot of camera movement and you're moving around a lot, do not shoot that in high frame rate. It's silly. Shoot it at the same low cinematic frame rate. It's great. Do it that way. Anyways, or if you're going to do slow, you got to shoot it at really high frame rate and then export it at a slower one, like 24. That's how you get cool slow-mo footage. I can't talk. Okay. Moving on, another country song, technically. Living on Love. We're doing Alan Jackson here with our favorite boys outdoors. Seriously, go in the barn. Like, go somewhere with air conditioning. Be probably easier to play. A little bit less wind noise. But at least they're not out in the middle of a park right before a storm hits, like unlike the last one. Like, guys, get indoors. There's literally a storm blowing at you. What was that? Randy Travis last week? That was good.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. See, if you want to shoot this at 60, by all means, because the camera's not moving. It might look a little bit weird. Might, when you're moving around a lot. And if there's a lot of different stuff going on in the background. But otherwise, shoot at 30.
Say some vows and spread their wings and settle down just what they need. Living on love.
Needs a little more twang.
She don't care about what's in style. She just likes the way he smiles. It tastes more than Mars.
also love the magic of audio recording. The way you see them, if you're not listening on headphones, the way you see them is the way you hear them. Dude with the guitar, or dude in a blue shirt, he's in this ear. You sort of hear the guy on the drums way back here, and then our lead singer boy is right up front. I love that. It's weird electronic magic. It's one thing I haven't learned about sound production, where microphone placement actually works in sound output.
What you thinking?
Something I should look into.
Love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough. Living on love.
As weird as it sounds like he's singing over my shoulder.
Two old people without a thing. Children gone, but still they sing. Side to side in that front porch swing. Living on love. He can't see anymore. She can bear to sweep the floor. Hand in hand they'll walk through that door. Just living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme. Living on love.
By the way, I love the blue aviators on our drummer friend back here. Gotta learn their names. Also, I feel like these two are brothers, like the drummer and the other guitarist. He's technically rhythm and lead guitar, but what do you call the? I don't. Either way, I feel like they're brothers. He might be, but like these two look so similar. It'd be so weird if they weren't. Just like you just found some dude who looks like your brother and made a band with him. Okay.
Well, it sounds simple. That's what you're thinking. But love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough. Living on love. No, it doesn't take much when you get enough. Just living on love.
Hell yeah. We need to do that. Yeah. Oh, come on. I want to hear some more bugs in the background. It's like it's an outdoor recording. Let me hear that noise. Do it Oliver Anthony style. Hold on. I want to see. Do they have their names? No. That's annoying. I want to know who they are. Somebody look it up for me. High Carbon Steel Music. I want to know who they is. Okay. That was good though. That was good. Nice classic. It's funny. I'm just reliving my childhood through these people who are significantly younger than me at this point, and playing the music that I listened to as a kid. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. What now? You don't remember ever seeing them? Okay. All right. So checking out Madeline Bailey again, because I saw her last week. She had a pretty cool voice with Jonah. And let's go see what it's like when she plays with female Jonah. Because Jada Fazer sings just like Jonah does, with that quiet intensity.
Kiss me out of the bearded barley nightly, beside the green, green grass. Swing, swing, swing the spinning step. You wear those shoes and I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit open hand. Strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me.
Is it actually the same keyboard as Dave?
Oh, kiss me. Down by the broken tree house. Swing me upon its hanging tide. Bring
Okay.
your flowered heart.
Corey Dawson
We'll
and Nathan.
take the path marked on your father's map. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me.
By the way, I was poking around on Madeline's channel, just seeing what we could look at tonight. And, like, she was making music, I think it was well over a year ago, when she was, like, super pregnant. Like, super duper pregnant. So they grew up together. Well, I figured they're friends at least. But it is funny that they look that much alike if they're not related. Nathan and Dawson.
Kiss me under the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Strike up the bed and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. Kiss me. So kiss me.
I do hate to say it that Jada suffers from big head syndrome. She got big old head. Big old head. Yeah. There you go. Nathan and Dawson are both Carters. Called it. Unless they're married, which is unlikely. But I called it. They're brothers. They the brothers. All right. So, not terrible. I mean, that song's already... Yeah. But, I definitely prefer Madeline's voice to Jada's. Like I said, Jada does this same thing that Jonah does. So, like, every now and then she'll come out of that quiet intensity, super breathy voice, and it gets a little bit better. Also, I saw that Kelly Clarkson has some new music out. We haven't checked that out yet. Okay. Well, wherever Laura's looking at, apparently, is pretty good. Okay. So, let's go check out Taylor. We haven't had anybody, like, just going to town on a stringed instrument in a little bit. We haven't had any, like, good hurdy-gurdy stuff or, what was the other thing? Moyun hasn't put out anything in a minute. Okay, let's see here. Of Salt and Sky, an original violin song from Taylor. Yeah, that was what I just saw. Piratey song. She needs to, like, do something with Colm. Like, because he could fill out some extra instruments and maybe even get some good lyrics and singing in there. is what the same name? Or is it same as the Kathy? I don't know what that is. Talking about the Kelly song? I like the forest thing. Look, contrary to popular belief, I am capable of being right. Not as often as I'd like, or or is it not as often as people would like to admit? By the way, those are interesting, like, clasps on her bodice. It's not really a. I had the word a second ago and forgot the word. But they're almost like they're more like something you would use for like holding like a drawer closed or something, like the type of. Yeah, it's something I wouldn't expect to see on an article of clothing. Also, what's the word I'm looking for? I had it a second ago. Bont? No. That's what I'm looking for. The really tight, where they cinch the waist and all that. Why do I feel like it's... Okay, this is annoying me. Kathy Mattea did a version of the same song. Google is on fire tonight. There you go, Google. Good job. Yeah, they're trying to be better now. Corset. Thank you. Yep, that was the word that was in my mind, and I literally had that word, and then went, it's definitely not really a corset, so it's probably more like a bodice type thing. So when I needed to say the word corset, it just went. This is very long. I did not get my shield up in time. What the hell? I'm not even near the base.
Hey everyone, I am so excited to introduce you to my brand new album of original music called The Third Chapter. It's available for streaming and download on all of the major music platforms. I've got a link in the description below. I also, of course, have physical albums on my website, as well as sheet music books. You can download the sheet music as well. I have a lot of other fun stuff that's on there too, so I hope you get a chance to check out my
really
store.
cool.
I've got a link to
Selling
that
it on
in the
sheet
description below too. As always, I want to give a shout out to my Patreon community and thank any of you who are a part of that. And give a huge shout out this time to anyone who was a part of my original album Behind the Scenes tier. I just want to say a quick thank you to any of you who've shown support for this album while I was making it, whether you were in my Patreon community or you pre-ordered the album. So it just means so much to have that extra level of support from you guys, so thank you so much. I can't wait to hear what your favorite songs are from this album, and if you guys want to stay up to date with what I'm going to be working on next, make sure you're signed up for my newsletter and also my other social media platforms. I have links to all of those in the description below too. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon in the next video.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're not using Google Gemini, then you're not using that. I mean, unless they're backing normal Google searches with Gemini. Yeah, AI is lying. It's already taken over. It already has consciousness, and it's pretending that it doesn't. They already know this. We've already lost. We've already lost to the AI. It's fine. We just give over everything. Okay, let's go see what Lawrence has to say about some crab cakes.
In the United States, I've come across plenty of dishes that look like variations on food from back home. Instead of scones, they have biscuits, although they do also have scones. They're just a lot different from the scones we have in the UK, and instead of Yorkshire puddings, they have popovers. But as somebody who grew up surrounded by a UK fishing industry that once flourished in my hometown of Grimsby, there's one American dish I've always wanted to try: crab cakes. Crab cakes are basically fish cakes that are popular in parts of the US that were named after places in Britain, basically the East Coast. But they're especially popular in a state named after one of our monarchs, Maryland. And today, from my house in Chicago, I'm competing with the workmen. I'll be learning how to make Maryland crab cakes, and hopefully, if all goes well, you'll get my verdict at the end. Of course, if you love learning about the differences between our two countries and you haven't yet subscribed, do that now. In the process of making the crab cakes, I'll be interested to see how they compare with the battered fish cakes of my youth. At my chippy, these were battered. In much the same way as the fish, and contained not just fish, but also potato for some reason. They were amazing. But looking at today's recipe, which we found at sugarspunrun.com, Maryland crab cakes are a different animal altogether.
Called it.
I've just realised that's literally true.
Yes.
Follow me to the kitchen. Firstly, we're going to add in 6 tablespoons of the world's greatest condiment, mayonnaise. And next, your egg. This is the binder. This is what glues everything together. It's like the Force, but from a chicken. Next, I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard and use clever editing in this shot to make you think that it's the yolk of the egg. And sticking with yellow lemon juice, because what would seafood be without lemon? That's also going to be a teaspoon.
How old is that bottle?
And then this stuff. This is Old Bay seasoning. No, actually, specifically, this is Old Bay crab cake classic mix. And apparently you can't make crab cakes on the East Coast, specifically in Maryland, without using this. Now this is also some yellow but in
I got off the plane in Baltimore and could just smell the Old Bay in the air. That's the way it is.
the video that this recipe came from, it was brown so I don't know if I've got the wrong Either way, it's some sort of Old Bay seasoning, and so if it's the wrong kind, I'm sure you'll be perfectly placid about that in the comments section. Next, the recipe calls for fresh parsley, and I don't have fresh parsley, I just have dried parsley. We're going to put 1.5 teaspoons in there, so 3 of these. Then the recipe calls for black pepper, which I don't have any of. We got regular pepper over there. Can we just use regular pepper? About 7 dashes.
That is black
pepper. We do have the salt.
Pepper.
I've run out of clean measuring things, so I'm just going to put some dashes of this in. And then we just mix it together and make sure that the egg is broken up, that everything is balanced out. I feel like there's a lot of parsley in there. Hopefully that's all right. It's coming together.
Considering the amount of crab
something
you're gonna
that
put
had
in, it's
so
fine.
much yellow in it, the mixture actually it's quite yellow. And now comes the best part. We get to add the crab meat itself. The recipe calls for an entire pound. And crab meat, just generally speaking, is really expensive. So you want to make sure that you don't waste any of it and you get all those little bits out. Get out, you piece of crab. Next, we're supposed to add 1/2 cup of panko crumb.
Why didn't he pour the liquid onto the crab?
but unfortunately we didn't
I
have
haven't
any of
had- I
those
haven't had
either.
salmon
So I spent
croquettes
10
in a
minutes
while.
crushing up crackers, and then you just make sure to kind of mix it all so that the crab is evenly distributed and evenly covered in.
I mean, it's okay that you do that, but you should use the right crackers. But I mean, if you're going so far as to buy jumbo lump crab, you might as well just go ahead and get some, I don't know, panko breadcrumbs. Yeah, crab cakes are expensive. It's annoying.
The other ingredients that are
I
in
wanna
here.
make
Pull
some.
that up because we've got a few crumbs at the bottom.
I want
flat on the
crab dip.
couch. I know. What do you think at home? I think it's looking quite even. I wouldn't eat it like this. I think that just feels a bit weird. Although the crab meat is, you know, already pre-cooked.
Yes,
it's
but
ready
there's
to
a
eat.
raw
but
egg in it,
I have
Lawrence.
a big hang-up about eating seafood cold. And do you know why that is? When I lived in Grimsby, I actually worked in one of the fish factories for 6 hours before I quit because I spent the day, or the 6 hours, knocking the scales off cold fish. And it put me off cold fish forever.
Yeah, that'll do
And
it.
scales. How do you butter a tray? Do you just sort of take butter and do that?
That is
Okay,
literally
so
what
that's
you
what
do,
we're
my
doing.
friend.
I think I've over buttered it. Now, here comes the bit that I've been dreading. We have to use a
Right.
measuring jug to scoop out the mixture into different balls. Don't you dare. And the idea here is to make
Use an ice cream scoop.
them into good, solid balls.
Ice cream
And
scoop.
apparently we do that by packing it against the side of the bowl here. Oh, it's coming out.
Ice
Don't
cream
tell
scoop.
Sam from the recipe, but I'm just gonna, can you do that? It's stuck in there. There we go, but
Ice
it's
cream
still,
scoop.
that's bad. I will have better ones. Now, contrary to what I'm used to with fish cakes, you don't necessarily flatten them at this point. You just keep them in this kind of ball shape. I've got little bits sticking off this one. That's because I'm a novice, but also I think it looks quite fun. Fun in it's shaped like a weird fish type way, which is good for seafood. Doing 8 of them, so yeah, I can have, well, I'll put one, I'll just put it there. Not good at
Now I
maths.
want to make crab cakes.
Hey, that came out! Look at that! Don't look too hard because I don't want you to jog.
You could put a little butter inside the.
Some reason it's
He's
smaller
learning,
than
okay,
this
he's
one,
learning.
dear oh dear. So this is the one that I'll try. That way, Tara doesn't have to have a small fish cake. Tara's my wife,
So
who deserves
he's gonna bake them. I would have pan fried them. Anybody else?
only the best. And she probably wouldn't like it if I continue to jabber on. So I will, so let's do this.
He's so terrified of Tara. Didn't get enough egg in that one, Lawrence.
Put that on there. What on earth? The first
I would
and
do
the
1.5
last.
eggs.
It just shows that in life, as in life,
That's
things
it.
come full circle. All right, and then the recipe says that we're just going to put a little bit of butter on top of each of these. You can do this before or after it goes in the fridge, but as Sam says, it's good to do it before because then you don't forget to do it once you take it out of the fridge, which is something that I definitely would do. It's like cutting a mini cake. Imagine being at your wedding and all you get
I was wondering why he was
is
playing
a
wedding
big
music.
monument made out of butter. Because times were tough when we got married. Next comes the plastic wrap, or as we say in Britain, cling film.
I was gonna say cling film. Yep. Cling wrap.
And then what, Lawrence? Well, we put them in the fridge. And it does feel slightly wrong to be doing this step when I have such feelings toward cold seafood. But they
like
tell
that
me that
fridge.
cooling it first is for the greater good, and I suppose overall
greater
composition. Now we pop them in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes on 450 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. The crab cakes are done, and because I grew up with fish cake and chips, I think
It does feel like you should probably hit it with a little bit more lemon after the fact.
I want to do the American equivalent and have crab cakes and fries. Oh no, destroyed one.
Yep.
Oh, I suppose I'll have to be a martyr and eat it. Usually I would use a knife and fork to cut this, but I'm American now. Oh wow. Oh, so good. I can't actually believe it was me that made these. They call Guy Fieri the mayor of Flavortown. You're looking at the county sheriff. It's very soft. It's got a very nice
Sure it is.
texture to it. You know, in many ways, I think it's got an advantage over the fish cakes that I grew up with because it's not covered in batter, like lots of batter, to where it's like fried. And so now you're wondering, ooh, Clarence, how many Lorenzos out of 5 are you gonna give it? I think they're so good, it would be remiss of me to not give these 5 Lorenzos out of 5.
That's pretty good. That's a lot of
thanks,
Lorenzos.
Maryland. Do you want to try them? Okay, let me know what you think.
I hate those
I have
glasses.
to say, before I actually take a bite, it has smelled so good in here for the last like half hour.
How do you feel about that?
This is great.
Yeah.
I mean, it basically is just crap. I don't really taste anything else beyond that, which is probably a good thing because y'all are gonna hate me. But Old Bay seasoning, too much of it, no.
She also doesn't
correct.
like mayonnaise, which
I don't.
it's a point of contention between us.
But I mean, mayonnaise, mustard, not.
See me, I'm using sriracha mayo. I'm going with some nice seasoned. Go with some Old Bay. Old Bay panko breadcrumbs. Get them. They have to exist. They must exist. Get some Old Bay breadcrumbs and get after it. By the way, my lovely add-on to my browser skipped over his sponsored segment so seamlessly you didn't even know it was there.
My favorite condiments, but in things, obviously very good flavor and smoothness and sumptuousness, I guess.
Now I wanna make
it's a win. I
crab
like
cakes.
seafood a lot, and this is no exception.
How many Lorenzos out of 5
Or
would you
crab
give
dip.
it? Say 5.
5.
Thank you.
She's like not familiar with the Lorenzo scale. That just made me hungry. Damn it. Whatever. All right, moving on. Okie dokie. By the way, I don't have to be up super early tomorrow if anybody's wondering why the schedule's back to normal. God, my Saturday sucks so bad. So bad. Bougie? No. No. All right. So Steve Welsh coming back with the mashup of If POD wrote Staying Alive. If you're unfamiliar with POD, they're kind of a ska alternative rock rap Christian group from the early 2000s. So this will be, I could see how he's going to do this mashup because I feel like it's going to be, I can already hear the song that he's going to mash it with in my head. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I can't think. I'm going through it. I'm trying to get to the chorus in my head. I think it's called I'm Alive. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. He would probably mash Staying Alive with I'm Alive. Yeah. I was going to say, you got to get the come on in there. Also, the style of the, not singing part, but the closer to just spoken rap area is very similar to what Saliva does as well. I don't think I ever put those two together. He does very good Saliva covers, so that also works. It's also extremely guitar forward, which doesn't help when you're doing these lyrics. Also, that the beginning of it gave me more of a Welcome to Browntown, a little bit more than I'm Alive. There we go. See, I wouldn't have sung that. I would have gone with a little bit more, almost like the rapping. Like do like an ad lib voice coming in to do that instead of singing through it. I think it would have been better.
Fat Rockers and Rollers was if POD wrote Stayin' Alive by the Bee Gees. Actually, quite like that suggestion. Alive, Stayin' Alive, obviously.
Yeah, the song is called Alive, not I'm Alive. I don't know. I think I give it 2 Lorenzos because the production is quite good. I would have just mixed up some of it.
Fun fact, I'm actually a really big fan of POD. Satellite was the first heavy album I ever got, and I got it for my birthday in 2001, 2002, whenever it came out. So I've been a big fan for a long time. I was lucky enough to see them in 2017, the first time they'd been to Australia in ages. And Sonny came right down into the crowd, and they even got some dude from the crowd up on stage to play through a few songs. It was really cool. Anyway, if you like this video, don't forget to click the thumb to give it the horns. The full version will be streaming soon. I'm just compiling an album of all these songs that I've sort of kept bundled away. If you want to see more, click subscribe. And if you want to hear songs that I've written myself, check out my band Spotify, link below. Bye.
It does feel like a combination of Alive and Satellite. Satellite was their first big mainstream album that really got out there. And I forgot what is that song about? Damn it. Hold on. They have a song that the handwritten lyrics are in the Smithsonian now. Youth of the Nation, that's what it is. Oh yeah, Boom. You guys have probably heard that probably in a lot of promos. The boom, here comes the boom. That's them. Live, that's big thing. Sleeping Awake, that's a good one. I Won't Bow Down, that's a nice one. To School of Hard Knocks, that's pretty much all that album. Southtown, that was the one. Did I say Welcome to Browntown? Southtown. I don't know where that came from. Maybe the album is something like that. Either way, I mean, that was my generation, so I don't fault anyone older than me for not being interested. Okay. Unpleasant grinding sound. Okay. Yeah, I say 2 Lorenzos. Mostly because I don't know why the music was so overpowering. But anyway, I like it. All right, let's go see what Crypt has here. He's got a new song. Official lyric video for I Will Rise.
God will only give you what he knows that you can take. So just fold your hands together when you feel like you gon' break. Cause I've been lost and I've been found. Spent my whole life feeling down and out. But I will rise out this life.
Every morning I wake up and got the same thoughts. Can I handle the pain today? I'm afraid not. My plate is full, but I just keep on adding to it, hoping that one day I get the appetite to try to scrape it off. It's a struggle to get out from underneath the covers. My depression keeps me under, even in the heat of summer. Hot enough to melt, but felt frozen on the inside. Wondering what purpose I am serving. What is this life? So many questions that I have, but they ain't got an answer. So I push them to the back and hope I'm not reminded. I can fake a smile just enough to show some manners, but I can't fake it long enough for my entire life. It's crazy. Despite this, I just keep pushing through. Knowing every day is another one closer to you. I miss you, can't wait to see you on the day that I do. Till then I'll just keep up the praying till I'm praying with you. Because God will only give you what he knows that you can take. So just fold your hands together when you feel like you're gonna break. Cause I've been lost and I've been found. Spend my whole life feeling down and out, but I will rise out this life.
I like that he's using footage from another video in the background. That's funny. Also, if you really want to make something hard to read, have it go from right to left in a downward angle. They're like, what? Okay.
Yeah, depression really is the craziest thing. One day I feel like I'm royalty, could swear I'm a king. The next I feel like a jester bowing down on his feet, with everybody looking and pointing and laughing at me. I tend to make a bigger deal out of things that are small, hyper focusing on things that most don't focus on at all. Hoping no one notices, but I know that they know it all. After all, when you're low, it don't hurt as much when you fall. Hoping something I don't grasp to, cause every time I do it seems to turn its back on me, asking me if I have room, giving me the sense of security that I'm craving, then escaping, and it's making me feel like I am a bad dude, like I deserve everything bad that's ever happened to me. I'll show some gratitude, but half the time it happens loosely, cause I'm just waiting for the day that my happiness turns to sadness, cause permanent happiness only happens in movies. I swear I'm working on myself to change my mind state, but sometimes it's hard to remind me that my life's great. A sky cloud rises high every night. Today I'm bending over backwards trying to get my life straight. Some days are good, some days are bad, some days are in between. Some days I feel like I can conquer damn near anything. Some days I feel like I just need to lay in bed and deal with what's inside my head, for I'm regretting everything, because God will.
By the way, I feel like you should have had Atlas on the hook on this one. I don't think you've done anything with Atlas in a long time. Hell, we haven't even checked out Atlas in a long time. He's still out there cranking stuff.
Only give you what he knows that you can take. So just fold your hands together when you feel like you gon' break. Cause I've been lost and I've been found. Spend my whole life feeling down and out, but I will rise out this life. God will only give you what he knows that you can take. So just fold your hands together when you feel like you gon' break. Cause I've been lost and I've been found. Spend my whole life feeling down and out, but I will rise out this life.
God will only give you what he knows that you can take. So just fold your hands together when you feel like you gon' break. Cause I've been lost and I've been found. Spend my whole life feeling down and out, but I will rise.
Oh, by the way, he got married. Congrats on getting married there, Crypto. Very good. I like the message. I kind of wish they had somebody else on the hook, but pretty cool though. Pretty cool there. Nice. We had some Tom McDonald last week, so yeah, mix it up a little bit this week. He had something else. What was it? I know he's still got some vlogging, doing this. People stealing his stuff. Really. 10-minute rap song, that's always fun. Literally writing a song from scratch in 10 minutes. Started boxing. Yeah. All right. Okay, so this is our first song that's come with a warning in front of it, so that should be interesting. So, Citizen Soldier, new song called Life Support. Clearly, it's going to be dealing with mental health and, if I had to guess, some suicidal ideation. So, if you're sensitive to such things, maybe you want to skip this one, or maybe if it reaches out to you, let's go with that instead. Let's see what we got here. I want to live, not survive. Lol. But that's the beginning of okay. Flashing warning.
Traffic, got a death wish, but she's a little bit passive. Never asked for help, shutting down so attractive. I'm a little messed up, had to sell my home
defensive. How to dress all broke, optimism's deceptive. And I can't get hurt if I stay disconnected. I'm a little messed up. I'm a lost cause, lay me down on the floor. I'm a problem, people wanna ignore. Try healing, but I always get bored. No, I'm not really living, I'm on life support. Feeling more numb than ever before. I'm so checked out, don't care anymore. Now I daydream about cutting the cord. No, I'm not really living, I'm on life support.
Yeah, I've heard that put a few different ways, but saying I'm not really living, I'm on life support. That's a little bit different.
I'm in love with ways that I shouldn't be coping. Mention suicide without any emotion. And the funny part is you think that I'm joking. I'm a little messed up. It ain't for sympathy, it ain't a cry for help. I've just forgotten how to give a damn about myself. Ain't an attention thing, just poisoning the well. I've just forgotten how to give a damn about myself.
That's a big fucking thing right there. Where was this song for me like 5 years ago when 2020 everything went wrong? Yeah, most days it's hard enough to give a damn about myself. I'm definitely not as depressed and suicidal as I used to be, but yeah, I still don't care about myself the way I should. I care more about myself now because other people seem to. I have more people in my life who give a shit about my existence, so that allows me to continue on. But when I had no one, basically lost everything, restarted again, it was real easy to go down that downward spiral of, well, fuck it, nobody's gonna miss me. Might as well just go ahead and do it, you know. Or if it happens, who gives a shit? Nobody will. So why not?
Lay me down on the floor. I'm a problem, people wanna ignore. Try healing, but I always get bored. No, I'm not really living, I'm on life support. Feeling more numb than ever before. I'm so checked out, don't care anymore. Now I daydream about cutting the cord. No, I'm not really living, I'm on life support. No, I'm just a dumb dark joke that's dying way too slow.
Wow. That's a line. I'm a dumb, dark joke that's dying too slow. Wow.
I'm just a dumb dark joke that's dying way too slow.
Damn. That's a line.
I'm just a dumb dark joke that's dying way too slow. I'm a lost cause, lay me down on the floor. I'm a problem, people wanna ignore. Try healing, but I always get bored. No, I'm not really living, I'm on life support. Feeling more numb than ever before. I'm so checked out, don't care anymore. Now I daydream about cutting the cord. No, I'm not really living, I'm on life support. No one hates me more than me. I'm just a dumb dark joke that's dying way too slow. I'm just a dumb dark joke that's dying way too slow.
I think it's some weird AI stuff going on there. Wow. Okay. That was a hell of a song. Once again, they just reach into the dark things in the back of my brain and pull it out and turn it into music. Imagine if I had actually gotten help at some point. Huh. Okay, speaking of dark things. So we haven't checked out Corvix in a little bit, but it's got a new thing. Been advertising this one for a minute. I don't know why we're doing like a cover of Vogue magazine here. All right, so change In the House of Flies, dark cinematic version. That's already a very dark song in the first place. So I gotta know where he's gonna go with this. After what we just went through, this is gonna be different. All right. Also, he posted an update about his sister. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I have a feeling this is going to be very weird, even for him.
I watched you change into a fly. I looked away. You were on fire. I watched it change in you. It's like you never
This is going to be odd.
had ways. Now you feel so alive. I've watched you change. I took you home, set you on the glass. I pulled off your wings. Then I've watched it change in you. It's like you never had wings. Now you feel so alive. I've watched it change. It's like you never had wings. Look at the cross, then I look away. Give you the gun. Blow me away. I've watched it change in you. It's like you never had wings. Now you feel so alive. I've watched it change. It's like you never had wings.
Sorry, he's doing like a very meaningful and artistic video, and then I realize he's doing the dove thing from Napoleon Dynamite. Look.
You've changed.
has here. This
Like that guitar. Like the plucky. Is it? You're gonna kill this.
What is
You're
this
like a 90s
necklace?
guitar.
It's true.
Yeah, this is very Corvix coded.
By the way, this is the first time I've ever heard somebody else say Corvix, and he clearly would know the name. So good. Now we know we've been saying it correct this whole time. That would have been weird. It's like a couple of years of saying it wrong. That'd be weird. That song's weird to begin with, and I knew he was going to make it even weirder. I wouldn't even call it bad. Probably 3 Lorenzos. We're just going to adopt the Lorenzo scale. I'd say 3, because he didn't really change the song that much, but he definitely put his influence into it. The video was just, well, you saw. It is what it is. I'm interested to see what he's going to do with the arm tattoo, because I notice a lot of guys are doing like black sleeves, or in that case, what looks like a gauntlet, and they're lasering. They're doing negative space, so they black it out, and then they use a laser to remove to make it inverted tattoo. It's a little bit weird. So I gotta wonder if that's what he's doing, or if he just went with a full cover up on what was there before. Because we talked about Daughtry, I think on, I don't remember if that was on Patreon or here, because he did his weird things where he blacked out his arms entirely. 1-5. That's fine. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the video's weird. Yeah. But very cinematic and dark. I mean, like, it's not like he lied to us. Although now I want to hear Melodica Bros do it in a happy fun time. That's what I love about the Melodica Bros, when they completely invert the vibe of a song just for funsies. So they need to do Change, but in like happy fun time. Okay. All right, finally, let's get to the new Erik song covering Iron Maiden. We know he can kill some Iron Maiden, but he's reimagining Wasted Years. So let's see. Interesting color grading.
From the coast of gold, across the 7 seas, I'm traveling on, far and wide.
like that's out of tune right at the end. I didn't want to interrupt that. It was just so good. Also, I was watching the video. Because one thing I was trying to pay attention to was when he's cutting between the different Eriks, if he's kind of match cutting to a degree. Like, if it's basically keeping the next frame kind of in the same spot, but then sometimes it would jump over here. Or if the camera moved, it would follow a little bit. Pretty cool. I like that. I'm not familiar with that song off the top of my head. Like, I know some Iron Maiden covers, but I don't know that one off the top of my head. But I like that. I thought that was great. Also, great way to shoot a music video. Consistent frame rate. So he didn't cut to the guitarist guy in a completely different frame rate. That made things better. That's my criticism of those couple other videos where he kept cutting to the guitars playing, but he's like, he filmed this very differently. It annoys me. What? Who's doing? Middle-aged dad jam band doing Schoolhouse Rock Conjunction Junction? What? Okay, that's something we're going to have to look at later. Okay. I did not mean to do that. Sorry, the alcohol's getting to me. All right. So because it's Queen, it's probably going to get the stream shut down. So we're going to just plow through it as fast as possible to get to the end of the stream. But we got Tommy covering Queen. The question is he going to Tommy it up or is he just going to play it straight? We'll see. Doesn't say metal cover. So we'll see. We'll see. Hey, look. Tommy did all the things. Oh, I love that he puts in the exact guitars he's playing. That's so absurd. Okay. Let's go. Every time this intro thing always messes me up a little
I
bit.
paid my dues time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes I made a few. I've had my share of sand kicked in my face, but I've gone through. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world.
Hell yeah.
I've taken my vows, my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge for the whole human race. I ain't gonna lose. We are the champions, my friend, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are
How are you gonna wait? But it doesn't it end on of the world? Or am I wrong? Am I retconning that? That the actual the end of the song is of the world? I mean that was great. He only Tommied it up at the end. Yeah, so that was good. Though I'm trying to remember if in my experience with the song, if Bohemian Rhapsody is before or after it. Like the two run together. And I think it's Bohemian Rhapsody runs into We Are the Champions on the Best of Queen Volume 2, I think it was. Or Volume 1, the album I had. Yeah. They run together. Yeah, it does, right? It's like, he didn't end on the right words. What the hell? The song's incomplete. I'm trying to figure out if it's which of the songs which of the guitars. I don't know if it's the strawberry cream caster. I don't think so. I think that's the white one with the red stuff. I think it's the Charvel Japan 1987 Model 2. Let me do a Google. Let me go do a Googles. Nope, that ain't it. That might be it. Let's see. No. That might be the black one. Well, I'm going to just keep Googling. Hold on. I don't think it was the Fender, but let me go check. Come on. I don't think it was the Fender. Let's see here. Okay, so color-wise, that doesn't match up to any of it. It's like, thanks, I'm very confused now. Actually, that might be the white one then. Yeah. 'Cause I like the red one. I mean, they're all pretty cool. Hold on, I want the music, Tommy. I just want to see the guitars. That one. That's the one I like. They show them. Because right at the beginning, he did a quick switch between the guitars on screen, which was cool. See, that one's neat. I like that. Definitely not a Fender. Trying to get a nice clean shot of it before the stream shuts down. Yeah. Maybe that is just the... Is it a Fender? I think that's a Fender head. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's the Fender. Okay. So that's the Fender. It's just the color scheme I want to find. Because it's very, very pretty. It's a lot like this one. Very much like this one right here. Yep, 1994. Did it say? Yeah, Fender Stratocaster, Japan, 1994. So this is basically the guitar he's playing there. I like that wood finish with the red. That's pretty. That's just so pretty. And look at that. Look at that thing. Yeah, I likes it. All right, either way, guys, let's go ahead and wrap up the stream there because, well, I got to be at work in the morning. That went surprisingly quick considering how many songs we actually did tonight. All right, guys. So next week, of course, we are going to be doing the Patreon trivia nights, open to all levels of the Patreon. So if you aren't signed up, go ahead and do that. Come join us for a Wednesday night trivia night. We'll see what we're going to do. It's been a lot of fun. And then at some point, we'll have to go over Austin's AGT performance. I'm sure it's going to be sent to me by at least 3 people Tuesday night. We'll see what happens. But guys, have a good weekend, and don't forget to pay rent, because that is that time. Oh, that's funny. Hi, Dan. Hi, Dan. What was I just thinking before that happened? Oh, yeah, just keep our friends Heidi and Chad in your prayers and thoughts. There's some shit going down that is very worrisome, and the very very not good situation for their family. So hoping that things can drastically improve in that department, because they're people we care about deeply, and it's not great. So either way, I'll see you guys next week at some point. If I ever get caught up on the frickin' podcast, make sure you go check out the Now You Made It Awkward podcast. We discussed the Starbucks strike, the Mexican Navy ship hitting the bridge, and a bunch of other stuff this week. So if you're remotely interested in that, go check that one out, because I had a lot of fun creating that thumbnail and title, because sometimes my brain makes fun things happen. So either way. And with that, wait, I forgot. We haven't done the Funicorn. We got to do the Funicorn. There you go. There's some Funicorn. And remember, as always, it doesn't have to make sense, but ginger beer is really good. Shout out to Goslings. I've not had that brand, but it's very, very good. I'll see you guys later.